fellow compatriots, to yet another build. This is your host, Triple here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Quirk, the newest rendition of this character, and also unlocking a new hidden feature that has not been discovered before for the Slizer Throwbots theme, or in any other LEGO set that has utilized this new feature. Yes, that's right. There was a hidden play feature in the Slizer torso, or Throwbots. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to call them Throwbots because, well, to be fair, they're bots that throw stuff. So why not call it a Throwbot? But anyways, so this design, this mechanic that has been planned in these figures has the innate feature of adding a new play feature. As a matter of fact, putting multiple functions in a single build. Yes, that's right. Multiple in the torso specifically. It's not one thing at a time. It's actually multiple. Now, before I get into it any further, yes, this build has some modern builds and techniques, but to be fair, it would have probably existed back then, even if I'm using pieces from 2005. But anyways, before we get into articulation and functions, especially this hidden treat that has been hiding from us for over 2 decades. But first, we need to figure out how tall Quirk is. So Quirk, standing straight up, stands roughly about 4 3/4 of an inch tall. Centimeter measurement up in the corner. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's go into articulation. As you can expect, ball joints here. You can imagine the range of movement goes up and out. Ball joint curls in, goes forward. You got pretty good ankle tilt, all things considered. The tail is on a ball joint, but you have very limited connection points and 9-degree rotation. But you still got plenty of movement with that. Hands, they're on a ball joint. Yeah, I know, it's using the voodoo ball. To be fair, it would have came out in 2001 and they would have had it. Alright, but yeah, so, and this is what it looks like in the back. You can probably tell what's going on here. This is the hidden feature. You can put not only one gear, not just one gear onto the worm gear, it's designed to have 3 onto one gear. The worm gear can attach multiple gears, but you can only do it with this gear. And gears like these. But I'm gonna show you because, like, you're like, okay, but that's a newer gear. What about the older gears? And I'm gonna show you with an older gear. Because that's why I built this guy the way he is. So let's say we have an older gear. This is the ones that they had back then. This one's a little bit scuffed, but to show you what it does, if you turn the gear, he crunches over and the arms go in. So it's almost as if he's breathing almost, which is kind of cool that he looks like he's fully animated, like he's alive. But again, in case if y'all were curious, because I know you all can be a little curious, and that's fine to be a little curious in that regard. So we get this gear, and we're gonna put the pretty side this way. But see, it has an older gear on one side, and then the newer gear on the other side. And it can still function even with this one being very scuffed up, as you can tell. So they rotate just fine. And it's just the notch is at this precise size for this gear to be in there, which is insane. There's no stress or anything. You're thinking, okay, is it What if I remove this, right? Even still, it's not forced, it's still moving, it's not separating or anything. It is in there, and it's not coming out. It was designed with this in mind. If a third wave of Throwbots were to be released, it would have had this play feature, guaranteed. And let me now fix him up because now... because he's been mutilated, basically. And, of course, you know, just like any other Throwbot, you can make it throw the disc perfectly fine. You know, I am one of the best shots around when it comes to playing with Throwbots, but that's not all. This guy also can fold up still, even with all that going on in the torso, like I preluded earlier. To transform him, feet go basically in that orientation. Flip his arm around, or tail rather. Curl him in. And then fold the feet down. And then it's nice and compact. And if you really want him to hold the disc still, he can still hold the disc even when he's folded. And it's pretty unique, all things considered. You know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Borok, you know, with the visor and everything. He curls into a ball. He kind of rolls. He kind of rolls like a Borok. Kind of does. If you're into Bionicle. Yeah, so my idea or belief is that when they were making Slizer or Throwbots, they were planning on another wave. I'm certain of it, but they were limited by a very short budget, which is why they could only release the 12 sets. If another wave were to be made, I am most certain they would have utilized the gear mechanism that is featured in this figure. Now, it may not be constructed the same way. You might even see some flyers, maybe even new types of vehicles. Like, heck, you can even probably have it be used for making Titans. Like, the possibilities are endless for this type of toy. And what you can do with this new connection point that has never been used in over 2 decades. Keep in mind, Throwbots came out in 1999, and to date this video, it's 2024, November of 2024. So this is honestly groundbreaking in terms of design, and I am going to be expanding on this further. I might bring back Throwbots if you guys are interested in me making some Throwbots in the new Ascending Depths memory sub-theme. So, and just as a disclaimer, Ascending Depths is a line of biddable figures that I am making. I'm making an entire toy line via injection molding. And I'm selling custom parts right now if you want to go ahead and check that out in ascendingdepths.etsy.com. If you want to support my work, be sure to go ahead and check me out on ascendingdepths.etsy.com. Or you can give me some coffee. Link down in the description down below. I greatly appreciate that if you want to go ahead and see action figures. Also, if you want to go ahead and see what I've been up to, you can go ahead and check me out on Patreon, where you get to see the behind-the-scenes content of stuff that I develop and or design. A lot of fun stuff. But anyways, that is all for now. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!